load this in, get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
Cowboy Bebop is a space western directed by Shinichiro Watanabe and written by Kiko Nobumoto. It's set in 2071 and it follows the misadventures and tragedies of a group of bounty hunters or cowboys traveling on their spaceship, the Bebop. Jet Black is the owner of the Bebop, but has partnered with Spike for his diverse combat skills. Though he is reluctant to admit it, Jet has also come to rely on Spike for companionship in the normal solitary field of bounty hunting. Centuries before the events of Cowboy Bebop, the people of Earth were forced to retreat underground because of the meteors bombarding the planet. The characters Faye, Ayn, and Edward, who's a girl, join the crew later. And there's a variety of adventures they all have together in an attempt to collect bounties. Okay, so when I started asking people, I'm just getting into anime. What should I watch? Cowboy Bebop kept getting repeated to me, so I watched it, of course, and I remember the first 5 seconds of the first episode really clearly, that hum of a harmonica and that pan shot of that desolate red planet, because I spent half my early childhood watching John Wayne movies with my dad and, other westerns, and a lot of them start out that way. Harmonica, pan shot of a desert, and in the series, they're that way continued to deliver on its references from westerns from the 50s. I also remember from the first episode being electrified by the score and how it's in perfect synchronization with the animation. And the music is very much inspired by the beat and jazz movements of the 1940s through the 60s and the early rock era of the 1950s through the 70s. And this is all American, the American movements, not Japanese. Yoko Kanno, I think that's how you say her name, did the score for this anime, and she's a very brilliant woman. I also really loved how it was animated with such fluidity, and it's like how things play out in live action. I loved in the first episode how they had the perspective of that guy getting shot and then blacking out and dying. I've never seen that done in anime before, only live action. So Cowboy Bebop's got style, hot style, and interesting references to American westerns, and I very much enjoyed it for that. And it was funny enough. I never fell out of my seat, but I never rolled my eyes at it either, except for maybe the weird episode with the thing in the fridge. I just thought that was dumb. I'm sorry. There were some interesting, thought-provoking storylines that had to do with eco-terrorism, the nature of children, and how the media affects us. Cowboy Bebop has brains, too. Not on the level of some series, but it didn't take itself seriously enough to make deep statements about society, human nature, or government, but that's okay. I think it would be interesting to view this show as a cyberpunk text. That's the lit class that I'm in now. It's a cyberpunk lit lit class, because in Cowboy Bebop there are hackers, hustlers, body invasion, mind invasion, a dysphoria caused by technology, and even some fun drug use. I thought Jet was an interesting character and definitely the easiest for me to relate to. I liked how he changed from who he was in his past as a cop to who we know him in the series. And then when he found out about the betrayals of his past, he actually went to confront them. And he was the one who seemed to be the most accepting of everyone. I think he probably would have been a little more warm to everyone if everyone actually showed that they all cared about each other more. Alright, so with this series, I have some problems with it. I never cried once while watching this show, and I think I was supposed to really feel for these people, but I didn't, and not that much anyway. Okay, I'll start with Spike. I'm the type of person who tries not to like a character just because they're cool. And that's Spike. He's dressed up like the most awesomest badass there ever was portrayed on a screen. But that doesn't impress me, because I don't let it. My problem with Spike, which was sort of my problem with all of them, was that he didn't change from the start of the series to the end. Nothing was really learned or gained for anyone except maybe Jet, which is why I like him the most. So Spike used to be the member of the Red Dragon Crime Syndicate, which is basically like the mob as far as I can tell, and he falls in love with the boss's girlfriend, Julia, and this is a double betrayal because Spike was Vicious's right-hand man. Vicious, what a name. He's the boss. The only reason I think why they confront each other in the end is because Spike didn't have a reason not to go. There was no reason, to run away anymore. He had to confront him. He's exactly the same person who he was from the time after he faked his death till the end, when he may or may not be dead. And trust me when I say I didn't spoil anything by that statement. As far as I'm concerned, Spike's death is like Schrodinger's cat. And I don't really care, honestly, either way, if he's alive or dead. Okay, now my problems with Faye. It's more how her character is handled that annoys me versus Faye herself, although she does remind me quite a bit from Kate from Lost, and I don't like Kate that much, mostly because she's so indecisive about everything that it gets annoying. But anyway, Faye. I felt like the only time she was useful to the plot was when she was getting captured. And she's not portrayed as being useless. She can fight, she's good with a gun, and she can fly a ship. But I felt like there wasn't enough reason given to show me that this is a badass woman. This is somebody you don't want to mess with. It was told to me, and that's not good enough. I mean, if I want a badass girl with a gun, I'm going to go with Risa from Full Metal Alchemist. I mean, I'm okay with her having a weak side, Faye having a weak side. She would have been boring without it, but again, she doesn't grow past her weaknesses to become a stronger person. Like, again, everyone in this series, and I think this actually includes Jet. I don't have a problem with Ed or Ein. I mean, Ed is just there to be the weird kid genius. Ein is there to be a very smart dog and cute, I suppose. But what do any of these characters really mean to each other? Really, I feel like they don't really grow for the time that they're all together. I need more than that. I need characters to grow, change, and learn stuff in the progression of the story, as well as, the other characters for, me to care about them. So weighing out its style, humor, and interesting references to Westerns versus its lack of character development, I give an 8.5. Because sometimes a girl just needs a half. I thought long and hard about this rating, so I'm sticking with it. Who do I recommend this to? Let's see. I'm going to make a broad statement and say men from the age of 15 to 50. Cowboy Bebop has far more fanboys than fangirls, and I think there's a reason for that. I think that guys will find their hero in Spike far more than I did, and maybe even their secret gay crush, because you hear some fanboys talk about Spike. It's like, yeah. People who are into music, even my untrained ears could hear the layers that were in the score of this show, and I think people could get easily excited by the music. People who are into westerns, I think that they would enjoy, like I did, the references. Also, if you're into anime and you haven't seen this series yet, you really should do it now before the live action movie ruins your conception of what this series should be. Keanu Reeves. Sorry, fanboys. Auf Wiedersehen.